All right, guys. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I am. All right, so today we're going to talk about transcriptions. And we're going to talk about the who, what, when, where, and why of transcriptions. So first off, who? Who to transcribe? Transcribe anything and anybody that you like. So in this jazz setting, I've transcribed George Benson, Wes Montgomery, done some Grant Green, pretty much the people I told you about, about who to listen to get a good sound. I've done that, or just anybody. If you want to add anything to your plan, Julian Lange, Hendrix, whoever you want to, anybody and everybody's fair game. As who, so then the what. What to transcribe would be kind of with the who, it'll be everything. So you can use that to transcribe chords, um, rhythms that you may like, or really diving into somebody's like lead lines, and then you can find out what's going on with that. Or if you just want to, you hear a song and you're like, wow, I like that song, then you can transcribe the chords and then you can take that song form and then use that. And then when. So as it applies to when to transcribe, you can do that anytime you want to. Do it all the time. Anytime you're listening or you hear something, take it, steal it. I mean, that's what the music is about, and that's the only way that you're gonna learn it. If you hear something that sounds good, man, take it, put it into your playing, mess around with it. You got who, what, when, where. Preferably someplace quiet is where you want to transcribe, because you're gonna have to really listen and key in on what's being played. So what I also tell you to do is when you are transcribing, try and take your time. Don't go too far. Take it maybe like a bar at a time, depending upon who you're listening to. If it's like a Charlie Parker thing or something like that, or like Sunny Stick, might be a lot of notes in that bar, so you might have to take it maybe a beat at a time, and then just rest and come back to it. Because then sometimes when you finish, you'll go back and be like, that's really not the notes I was hearing. But yeah, you definitely want to make sure you're in a quiet place so you can hear what's going on, so you can make sure you get the right notes. So you got the who, the what, when, where, and the most important, why. Why do you transcribe? Because you need to learn the language. You don't want to create this sound in a vacuum. Now, granted, some of the more out players, or I guess we'll use the buzz term, the modern players out there, you like, well, how do they sound like that? Like Matheny and your Schofields and whatnot. Julian Lange, I'm kind of heavy on him right now. Like, well, where's that coming from? Like, well, I mean, they transcribe different things and then they imitate it, assimilate it, and now they innovate. So they have all that playing underneath their fingers, and then what they did after that is just experiment with it and try and find new ways, how to use the same material and try to do it in what they're hearing. Because that's also what's going to help you out with your transcribing is it's also going to get what's out of here. Like you're going to take the theory, you're going to hear something, and it's going to come from your heart, and then you're going to have to get that out of all this, think up something, or maybe you hear something in your head and you feel it and you need to get it to come here. And that's what that transcribing is going to do. It's going to help you, when you hear something, how to get it out of your head and get it to your hand so you can get it on your instrument and get it out. So following those tips, you're definitely going to get good, and you'll understand why you're transcribing, and you just keep doing it. Now, there's nothing wrong with also getting music, so you don't have to just play it, by ear and whatnot, and just get it and just take it off the records or whatnot. Make sure you get some good slowdown software. Like I said, I've used Amazing Slowdowner before, but since it looks like as of right now they're having a little spat with Spotify, so my Spotify doesn't work with that. So I'm using AnyTune now, or you can use anything that you can do. I've also played it. Got like two phones. Play it on one phone, record it on the other, and then use like a slowdown and software slow it down there, um, so that you can, hear it. And then you gotta. It's always a good plus if you can like chop it up to where you can loop it back, and then you can just keep hearing, keep listening. And if you can't hear it, slow it down. And don't get self-conscious as to like, oh well, this thing is just a slow tune anyway, but I have to slow it down like 40% slower than what the recording is. Don't worry about that. The whole purpose is for you to hear it, figure out what's going on, and then put it on your instrument so that you can use it and manipulate it into how you see fit. So don't get self-conscious about that. That used to hang me up a while as well. But then once you understand that, you can slow it down. You have tools for that. Make sure it is something that you like, because you're gonna hear it a lot. You're gonna have to keep going back to it and hearing these same phrases over and over and over and over. And it took some solos and some songs that I liked. After I transcribed them, I didn't like them for a while. Because, man, I would hear them played back, and it's like, man, I knew the ins and outs and all the nuances of the song or of a solo. So it took the joy out of it for a while, because I was hearing it academically at that point. So yeah, sometimes you need to put it down, and then now when I go back and listen to it, I can just appreciate it for what it is, and not hear it like, oh well, yep, he went up the third there and this and that, and oh yep, he's using this type of arpeggio and whatnot. So yeah, get you a good slow down of software or something like that. Get at it, get in a quiet place, transcribe it, find out what these chords are, take it one note at a time if you're trying to get the chords. That can be tough, but just slow it down, stay at it, and stay positive. All right, see you guys in the next one. Side note I forgot about is music. So if it's written down already and there's like music books, so like the Charlie Parker Omni book or the John Coltrane Omni book and things like that, that's fine as well. You can use that. You just want to have something to where you can um, have so you can analyze it, and that's the whole purpose. So then training your ear by transcriptions is great, and you need to do that. But also, if you just have the music there and you can go through and you understand music theory and you can figure it out there, that's fine too. But just make sure that you're also listening to music, so then you'll know how to phrase everything, and you can pick that up as well, because that's something that the music doesn't have. But the music will have the notes, and you can get the theory behind that. But as far as the feel and maybe like the sound and placement and phrasing, that's where the recordings can come in at. So you can look at it in the Omni book or whatever they have, whatever sheet music, get that, and then listen to the recording and then try to match it up, so you can get that as well. All right, take care.